Hi guys, it's your boy Festus. Welcome to my YouTube channel again. And today we'll be talking about 9 to 5 job versus starting your own business. Thank you for coming back to my channel. And today we're just going to look at 9 to 5 job, like getting the 9 to 5 job versus starting your own business. Which one should you go for? Which one is best? And I'll be looking at this from the standpoint of you being a beginner. So we're not looking at it as someone who has been running a business for the past 5 years or someone who has been working a 9 to 5 job for the past 10 years, because all things are not going to be equal. So you started learning programming either from your parents' house, or you're living with your kids, your family, you're doing some other job you don't like, and you started learning programming. You've decided you want to do something, but you're not sure, should you get a job or should you create your own business? Which one is best for you? So first time I start by saying that we live in an era where people people don't really appreciate people who are working 9 to 5. They make it seem like when you're working a 9 to 5 job, you do not have purpose. And the reason why I'm saying this is you've got people who are around you that are entrepreneurs that are doing their own thing, that throw it to your face that, oh, you don't have freedom of time, you don't have freedom to travel whenever you want and all of those stuff. While that might be true, it is not always the case, because we've seen in the tech industry how flexible and comfortable jobs can really get. So as a software developer, you can actually travel around the world while working. There are remote jobs these days. You can actually plan your hours yourself. There are companies that give you the opportunity and possibilities to do stuff like that. You plan your schedule according to the shift you want to have, depending on whatever it is you have in your own personal life. But looking at all of this here, which one should you choose starting out? So the one thing I would say is, all things being equal here, you've got all the skills that you need to be a software developer. For example, all things being equal, you do not necessarily need to have any other preparation to be a software developer, to get a 9 to 5 job. The only thing is probably, getting those people skills, knowing how to, pass the interview, and that's it. Whereas with creating your own business, there are lots of things you need to learn. You need to learn marketing, you need to learn how to write proposal, you need to learn pretty much the things you need to grasp, the things you need to understand, the things you need to acquire in terms of skills to scale up a business is way more complex, and this might take a long time. So what happens when your finances are not really straightened out? So would you want to start a business knowing that it's going to threaten your livelihood? Then I think that would be a terrible idea. So if you're just starting out and you're going to be depending on these skills you're picking up in a couple of months to survive, then it would make sense for you to want to get into the system first, pick a job. Another thing is, regardless of whether you have money to live off yourself or you're still living with your parents and this is not really a problem, you have time to build. Another thing is, if you're a self-taught developer, you taught yourself how to code, it's going to be really difficult starting a business. The reason is because as much as you started coding for yourself and you've started doing all of this stuff, YouTube courses and all those, you've not really been in a professional setting. You don't know how products that have been pushed to market, to production, really works. You don't know how things tie in. You may have it's a possibility. There's a possibility that there are people out there, your friends who already work in the industry, that can guide you through it. But in order to pick up all of this knowledge, it would make sense for you to work for a company. It could be for a short while, say a year, it's 2 years, 3 years. And no one is saying that when you're doing this, you have to completely be dedicated to that company. Of course, you go for your shifts, and then when you come back home, you can still pick up little projects to practice what it is that you do at your workplace. So when you feel like you're ready to get out there to do your own thing, you would have all the skills you need. The one place you can really pick up all the skills you need to build a project, from the planning stage, task management, development, production, even post-production, the one place you can do this is in the company. Again, we live in an era where multiple streams of income should be a thing. It should be normalized. Regardless of what field you're in, you should have multiple streams of income. So I could be doing a 9 to 5, say, like I'm in Europe, I could be doing a 9 to 5, and then after my shift, I'm working for some other software agency or freelancing for clients that are somewhere else, some other time zone, say in US or somewhere. So that's multiple streams of income. I have a freelance job, which could be an actual business, and I still have a 9 to 5 job. Whatever it is that happens with any of these two, I don't think my finances will be, will be threatened, because at the end of the day, I've got money coming from this, and I've got money coming from this. So the question you would have to ask yourself before picking one would be, what is your purpose for wanting to go with each of this? What is your purpose for actually doing this? Is it because you want to just be your own boss, or because you want to have endless earning potential, or because you want to have freedom to travel around the world and see the wonders of the world at your own free time, and pretty much have the flexibility you want? When you've asked yourself all these questions, then do your research on which amongst these two works best for those things you want. Because at the end of the day, you can get all of this stuff from a 9 to 5 job. You can also get it from working for yourself, creating your own business. So on that note, guys, I believe I've answered this question, and thank you for watching. See you next week.